Ethan waiting for the fault line to come back up, I think, before they do anything. His sight is taken, easy clear. We'll see how the Sentinels pushes his post plant. If they layer forward and try to scale into sight or just take a main control. It's actually a safer plant. No, out in the open. EG hears where the plant's coming from and spam through smoke.
And the smoke's about to dissipate her into the site. Marv only had one into the round, so it's not going to block off towards the drop. So EG are flooding into the site now. Spike falls down one more time. As now we have a 5 versus 2. One of them is going to go onto that defuse, at least at halfway. The other 2 players, the Sentinels, behind that smoke, nothing that he could do. EG gets a clean read. Yep. Bonus round for EG. Want to pinch towards the south side again. 2 players out there. Marv being pinged by the Aljon, and Boostio gets the kill. All of them get dropped. Trying to hold the pinch off for a bit, but it opens up the B site for Sentinels to move in from Arcane. jawgemo spotting one. That's Def with the flash, falling back to support Sacy. Spike on his back too. But look at this. Zekken actually made it through here towards the spawn, looking to catch some players off the rotate. The pointy elbow of Boostio, the jump spot as they both swing. But it's still Zekken that's going to hold him back as we get the spike plant into B.
Demon one with a quick cleanup. This push through A halls continues all the way to B to start recovering that ground and making sure this defuse is possible. Def doing his damnedest now to get this back.
Yeah. I mean, you're just going to stick the spike one more time. Yes, this is just going to be a common courtesy. Even Zekken doesn't get a kill out of that one. Def, will you save your weapon? The Trailblazer now, the difference that you see, the Initiator trying to clear a little bit more deeply into the site, seeing that at least Sands is clear for EG. EG looking to play a retake one more time.
It's been so solid for him.
Whoa. Nice little clothesline there from Ethan through the smoke. Beauty of the Phantoms. No matter what, those Sentinels still make it inside the A site. Tap onto the spike to try to flush out that util. Even flushing out the defenders further back. Now the Showstopper comes out too, and a Rolling Thunder on the attack. jawgemo's the one with the Showstopper, trying to push back towards the A main. He connects off the wall onto Def. As Mar stays inside the site for 2 kills with the Guardian though. A 2 versus 2. Big flash coming across. Steven gets the first. The trade off from Sacy at 1 versus 1. Sticking off this spike. Gets off it, but Ethan still gets. Boostio winning right now. Looking for the timing peak. It's good for 1.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
Do they retrieve this? Do they keep going? The Boombot W. It looks like they're right into the site. EG's gonna have to play retake as Zekken gets another.
It's nice pushing by Sentinels, especially when you lost Marv early into the round. No smokes to cover any of Canteen or Spawn. But now you hear the rotation coming out from EG. The round has been flipped basically into the map. The post planners are playing towards the defender spawn. As now we have an orbital strike on the defender side. jawgemo inching into the site. First one to lead the charge. Spike is planted out in the open for the sprays to these smokes from Canteen and Spawn. Ethan once again looking to fight back. Another smoke coming down from Demon 1. The first kill coming in as they're starting into this fuse. Ethan is trying to put it onto the halfway mark and will still once again stick it all the way. At least is able to hold that angle for 2 of his teammates to fall back.
Orbital strike out.
That's coming out from the attack from Sentinels. Now we have an open A site for Sentinels to plant for long.
Rolling Thunder up.
Spike planted.
Double lockdown. That's going to slow things up a little bit more. It looks like we do want to press forward. The Rolling Thunder comes out for the defense. Marv is staying inside the site, gets dropped by jawgemo here. Lockdown doesn't hit anybody from both sides, but it's still EG across the board getting all of these kills. Only 1 traded back by Sentinel so far. Another opportunity to stick the plant. Zekken staying inside of this smoke, trying to get the spray, but it's still going to be the body block from Boostio.
We're watching that side of the map now. Ethan just wants the fault line. Oh, dry off the bat.
Oh. Got the ping there off the recon dart before. The third pulse to come out doesn't ping anybody, but Zekken's already moving inside the side. Close range. Showstopper onto the ground. Another attacker falls for Sentinels. As now with the smoke in the front, you can't do anything for the last 2 players to try to get in the B site for Sacy and pANcada. The 2 Brazilians trying to work together, but on opposite sides of the B site. Sacy looking for the duel, spotted. Just on the top over here by jawgemo.
Last player standing.
And then greeted by Demon.
And pretty deep into it, honestly. I mean, Demon 1 has been there quite longer than we expect, I should say, actually, to correct myself. But it just seems like EG has refined how this works. Satellite now towards B. They're sticking together and love their strats.
You want to go with what's obvious, right?
Yep.
3 ultimates available, going into default. Lock down and clear out the B site. The look at EG. Okay, nice pain shell kills at least onto jawgemo. EG already pushing all the way out here for a triple flank on the top of B. on their own retake, they have the orbital strike available from Demon 1, so if Sentinels are all staying inside the site, this orbital strike could do a lot of damage.
That's exactly right. I think that's I like why Sentinel's now moving out. We have arcade cover here. The stairs take coming in though from EG. Let's see if they can get this one down, or Sentinels grab their first round.
Aftershock with the first kill onto death. You have the lurk coming back from Zekken at the underpass. Orbital strike coming into B, but Sentinels are finally holding into the map.
There it is. I think they're giving Sentinels a little more room.
Well, there is at least pushing here towards the A side.
Oh dear.
Zekken satcheling into the B side. 1v1 against Boostio. Drops and turns around. But it's still the advantage for Sentinels. Nice trade coming out from pANcada, supporting the rest of their team this time around on the split into the A site.
Placing swamp grenade.
Good defense set up already. They don't have to deal with too many ultimates here unless jawgemo goes crazy. Nope.
Not gonna happen.
Sir.
jawgemo now.
Sentinels are ironing out the kinks, right? A lot of killjoy utility to stop and delay plant as a faster towards satellite from Sentinels.
Very nice flashes to open it up. Sacy gets the first blood into dish. Weaken EG holding back towards the A site as they had to fight into the last round with small shields. Calm looking to greet the players moving in, but it was actually pANcada moving up from Sands to not allow any of the players from Sentinels to drop. As if a 5 versus 2, things are looking really good now to put 3 in a row for Sentinels, and that's how you want to finish the half. Boostio moving up, looking for the flawless, but it's not going to happen, but at least the victory should be coming in. Orbital strike to even run the clock down as Bar save it from that previous round. And with that second...
We may get a little action to start here.
Yeah, because even on Sentinel's side, it's 4 players on the A side. The recon are pinged out a few. So a small stalemate, but we're still looking to move forward and fight for Sentinels. Aftershock pushing back EG. Now crossfire set up for Sentinels at the AOR. jawgemo's out to satchel in, and there's that crossfire, but he still gets the opener. And Death somehow comes in with 3 kills with the frenzy. As a fault line came out from Death towards the bottom side. Now Sentinels looking for the flank. Oh my God! Ethan waiting there. 1 by 1, easy kills, even adding the confidence with the drive-by there. Making sure that his opponent's down. And this is going to make it tough for the last 2 players of Sentinels. You talked about a big round here, Riv. A bonus round for Sentinels. So you're hoping to get something out of... Zekken did get tagged for a bit from that Rolling Thunder, and it's a fast execution for EG in the A site. Flash, retaliated by Sentinels. The double peek coming out. Zekken gets 2 kills, and so does EG. Spike now falls. As jawgemo's looking to get the plant. And with this plant, we'll also have the showstopper. A 3 versus 2 Rolling Thunder available for Death. Gets it out right now, and Sentinels follows right behind it. A flash towards the front of the A site. A counter from Ethan. The first kill coming out, and then the showstopper onto Death. And it's up to EG now with the advantage. A 2 versus 1. It's up to the Iceman. Molly's still available. A 1 versus 1 first. The jiggle out from Ethan. Playing with them as jawgemo then comes in. See, all the orbs are getting picked up by these players. They're rotating. All of these ultimates as we move into the rounds. Now in the site, Marv waiting on the top of B Heaven. Dropping jawgemo as he's trying to satchel to find space into B site. All of the players of Sentinels rotated across, but now some doubts. Sacy rotated back towards the A site, so that's weakened out the defense onto B. And it's only Marv by himself. No open plant now for long. Ethan stays inside the site. As Steph and Sacy, okay, the Stingers are working so far. The Stingers are actually working very good for Sentinels for the retake. 2 left alive, showstopper to come in for Zekken to clear out the B.
1 enemy remaining.
And somehow it's just all of these Stingers are working in favor of Sentinels. Wow. This was simply not out.
That is incredible. Aftershock, a little bit of a fake here as well to start drawing util. Very nicely done.
Smoke, owl drone.
Yeah.
The spike still at A. jawgemo ADSing. But only 1 player is holding.
30
and it's
seconds
Sacy
left.
towards spawn. Smoke's coming down. jawgemo snatching in. Orbital strike to delay that clock. 23 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, the plant? No.
Forced off it.
No, you know exactly where it's going down if that happens.
But after all of these sprays and the spams coming out from the util, the plant then comes into the corner for long A.
Just off the delay satchel. Another ult coming through.
And that's on the attack side, does a bit of damage, forcing the players of Sentinels inside the 8 halls, and that's second with the kill, but gets traded off. Advantage back for EG. It's up to pANcada solo.
They haven't been deterred from any of the strats they want to run.
It's a little bit faster this time too, no fakes. jawgemo's already in.
Where's everybody?
Come had the Hunter's Fury, but it still decides to move into the site to plant. Now forced to play out into the corner. Wow. Sentinels looking to play the retake, a double flank out towards Dish. That's going to be zekken to try to open it off. Nice little stun out from Sacy's Trailblazer to get the assist onto that kill. Things are looking pretty good for Sentinels for the retake, at least for now. Player at advantage. Calm still inside of this site.
Yeah, he's...
Flashing coming out. Then the lineup from jawgemo.
know their plan to go and plant. We'll see where the plant spot is and how this affects Calm. Maybe it's going to be planted for him and post-plant util here, but Calm just making sure that A main is clear, and we're going to get a full Sentinels retake.
Something that EG loves to do here. Getting control towards Arc, using the harbor to get the high tide, crossing off the A site and get the plant. And as they push forward, it's actually still EG that's holding it down for a bit.
Again, the frenzies, Van Silly.
Yeah.
Again, the frenzies.
This time with Ethan too. Advantage comes out now for the attack. Tap onto the spike, and the ghost is being shot from A main. Boostio runs through, but at least gets the info. Nobody on the spike yet as the cloudburst comes out. pANcada falls, and both players can now close in. 6 HP left onto zekken on a 2 versus 1. And you're just playing the patient game. EG looking to seal the faith unless zekken gets an ace here. Activating onto the cloudburst, but it's still calm.
We'll have to see which team decides to go for that first. Usually it's the defense harbor wall coming up. Is zekken will...
Knowing now that there's potentially a split into A. EG just looking to play the contact first, and as the site's clear, now it comes to full execution. Ethan off that frag, gets the Seekers. It's gonna get info off the players into spawn. Nobody watching, nobody rotating, and nobody flanking from Sentinels. All of them are moving in from spawn.
Dog-eat-dog world out there.
zekken once again leading the charge. Clearing up the space into the retake of the A side. jawgemo playing very close. They are on a bonus, trying to play with the Spectre, dancing it around, and the vulnerability onto depth gets the kill. Info on the left, onto the right as well. And that gives enough time for the rest of EG just to play the post plant pretty much. Denies here off the nano swarms. It's going to be a triple swing. Players waiting on the other end, and it's still pANcada and zekken. Finally off the third jump. The contact to come in, the reckoning to come out of jawgemo into the B site.
Cove out.
Safe plant.
Yep. Oh, they've identified a lot of players just by shooting, actually, so EG should have a good idea of how this site is going to be retaken, or taken back by Sentinels.
And another duel from zekken 1 against Demon 1. Sacy looking to flash deep into site to allow zekken to move in. Counter flash out from Ethan, who gets the kill back. Nicely done, as he's still holding the back lines. Def looking to go for that flank. Looking to pinch, but he gets sprayed. Another kill through the smoke. And nothing seems to be working here for Sentinels. There's no cover, no safety behind any of these smokes so far in this series. As pANcada at least trying to do a little bit of damage
in a game. You're already very close up for the lockdown. Blade Storm for EG as well. As they try to put the pressure onto Sentinels. Viper's pit goes down as well. Remember, we have an operator in this round too, Van Silly.
The thing is with the pit, there's still the front of that pit to be able to plant.
Def.
Yeah, still gets the wallbang kill onto Boostio. One player did get locked down, but it's still going to be safe. Spraying back once again with the Phantoms through the pit, through the high tides.
And you mentioned it, it's kind of a neat pit. Leaving the plant space open as Reckoning comes out, it almost allows Sentinels to get forward and use that util a lot closer.
Ooh. zekken just got to pick off Calm, trying to get the lurk into B site. If that was possible, EG would rotate out that area. And with that flash,
great find.
Players can get ready in the front of the site, and that's player right here. Death looking for the
30
third.
seconds left.
Stopped by Demon 1.
Down A.
4 versus 1, 25 seconds left on the clock. Rifle and Blade Storm available. Marv with the spray, swinging it out, and will get the kill.
Reckoning. Also, A is outside of sight, so Sentinel's just thinking about this. Oh, it's used in mid.
That's Calm with a nice little kill. And it's used towards mid to allow EG, there you go, to get that arc control instead. What? Calm still gets a second kill as Marv looks for the lurk, looks for the retake, looks for the flank. And gets denied.
30 seconds
And that gives an opportunity for Calm to get his own lurk while the rest of EG are looking for the plant, which will be successful in the A site.
Spike planted.
Really clean thought here by the side of EG to grab the orb. jawgemo with a shot. Traded back by Sacy, though.
With a knob picked up, and this was a slightly lower buy they have for the attack of EG. Battle and a save. As both Brazilians, once again, as Sentinels looking to play the retake. 3 versus 2 to start to a 3.
Coming in here from Boostio. Gonna go through Link as, the dog takes the shot. Demon 1 gets the same.
He's had some support. Instant trade as zekken falls, so both duelists now down. Heal coming out on the attack for Ethan, as that might initiate the push for EG to plow towards his B site. Gap towards the Cascade. A big gap, actually. So you have to choose the Trailblazer, but it gets stopped by the snake bite from Calm. So an indirect trade, and now a plant inside, a lot of utility for EG. The thickest one being the pit. Dropped down here by Calm. Pushed back by a lockdown, though, from pANcada. Trying to clear towards the backside as jawgemo's still out there behind the screens.
Deja vu.
Doesn't even matter if this pit comes down. Now it's a 2 versus 1. Def, all of the utilities still available. Tap onto the spike, trying to swing out.
Oh.
Just gonna look for the second tap.
That's a lot of distance. It's hard to tap which way somebody's planning. On this one, they do find him and use that gas utility, but they're gonna meet Sacy right here. Ethan takes him out. Great trade, great teamwork.
Zekken!
Yeah, they needed one of those.
At least the reckoning comes out now for the defense. Boostio has to stick onto that plan, getting stunned. 1 for 1,
Makes
but
it
the
out.
advantage out for EG still does make it out indeed.
3v2.
As EG still has a crossfire set up. Nothing could be done now. History repeats. pANcada on a 3 versus 1. Stopped by Demon. Yeah. Sentinels just wants to fight into the A main. It's a 1 for 1. And once again, both duelists instantly fall in the early rounds in the first contact. Took a lot of time before the first execution came in for the map control attempt. It's still a stalemate. 4 versus 4. Trailblazers are coming out, and even a high tide early. Should I say that's a cascade to block off towards the art? EG are just cutting noise for a late re-hit.
Poison's off.
Play a little contact. This is the first time we've seen EG play contact.
And the orb now being picked up too. Seekers coming out on the defense, but the orb picked up on the attack allows a reckoning.
pANcada to start.
It's 17 seconds left on the clock. pANcada maybe could try to find some sort of timing. The Cove comes out, trying to get the spray. And that's what they were talking about at the desk before. Trying to spray, trying to deny the plant, but you get stunned there by the ult of the reckoning.
Yeah, you can't stand still for too long, but damned if he didn't try, right? All right, they're pushing towards B-Link. Double B-Link.
That's what Sentinel's trying to do. Trying to go for the retake. But Snakebite into the spawn, delaying a little bit more. jawgemo gets it on a 3 versus 3.
This
Even
crossfire is incredible.
The crossfire for EG. Gives the advantage by 1. Sacy
player
leading up
standing.
towards the edge, and the high-low doesn't work out.
We're gonna get activated dash from Demon 1 to see if he can get out of this situation. No, he doesn't even activate it. Stone cold. Feel like he could smoke and get out in most situations.
Exactly.
All the way down to B for Sentinels. They're not going to waste any time. Actually, quite a fast round for them, because they only took a little bit of time there in spawn, and we're going to get a quick plant here. Cove plant middle. Okay, I thought he was going for side plant for a second. So plant out in the open. 2 push towards Hall. Pretty default setup here for post plant.
Let's try to look at these protocols now for EG. High tide available. Trailblazer to clear towards the back of the site.
that hit.
2 players falling behind. Yes, a couple of them are dazed. And we're pitching towards the front, too.
my gosh.
Flash behind the high tide. Cove up. And now EG's looking for the defuse. Nothing so far that Cells could do. At least a kill. A second one from pANcada. That's a spike, though. Not yet a halfway. pANcada gets the 3rd kill. A 2 versus 2. Can he actually get it done? 4th headshot onto jawgemo. A 1 versus 1. He gets the ace.
Let's see it again.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Last player standing.
Dude, off the reload, head to head,
remaining.
no obstacles. Steps.
That cascade could allow him to get left
Being
side.
clear. First kill, but then Zekken answers back with the
down
stinger.
B.
jawgemo now forfeiting his position out towards B. Delaying with the second cascade, waiting for the rotate to come out from his teammates. Meanwhile, though, for Sentinels, opening up towards this B site. Behind a Trailblazer as Marv doesn't check his corner. Gets punished by Boostio. Rainbow looking for a timing off this flash! Again! It's beautiful for the guy! Kills! Continue to move forward. Second on the first, stopped immediately by Ethan. Death, the second one in line. Does get the dink onto Demon 1, but they fall back for the heal, and EG gets the opportunity with the player advantage for this round.
I think that might be the first bit of mid fight we actually have seen this entire map.
You're right.
Everything's to A, everything like that. They've gone art, but we haven't seen the mid fights yet. Another frag going down there as I blabber on about mid. Here we go. Here we go through art. And they're trying to focus up. We actually saw Killjoy utility just pulled back, so
30
EG
seconds
realizes
left.
this is moving pretty quick towards the other side of the map.
And the turret got refreshed, placed towards the flower pots.
Exactly.
But Death's still alive, so they have the high tide. That's not going to get too much information. And on the attack, too, it's pANcada with the lockdown early into the second half. Sentinels does get the plant. EG have to wait for the lockdown to finish. Flash available for Ethan. Gonna throw it through the high tide as they peek through. But it's still util onto that spike. One nano swarm. Left behind Snakebite towards the back of the site.
Here.
And the second Snakebite already comes down because the alarm bot got stopped. Demon are watching that flank, getting the first kill onto Sacy. Last three players of Sentinels are playing towards long A. There's that second nano stop once again. It's up to the trades to come out. But it's just into these controller roles. Think about Jacob C9. Think about Tui's going into Loud, but think about Zekkens kill onto Demon 1. And that's a reckoning from both ends. But will it end right here for Sentinels? So far, Calm answers back, evening up the tally on a 4 versus 4. Zekken still looking for the hero play. Headshot onto Ethan, and that still flashes for the retake, and that's always been very important for the evil geniuses. And that might be a disciplined play for EG at this point.
Yeah. Yes, and then
Be his or, but it's Sentinels to take instead.
My out's ready.
all right, cabbages away. Let's see how they retake this.
It's quiet.
It's very default for EG. So Sentinels, they have the chance to set up and create a very strong post plant here. Even a little bit of scaling if they can get a kill onto Calm in the back there.
Zekken's posted up there towards that pit. Sentinels looking to play the contact and it work out. Delays now coming out for EG, and Calm somehow gets 2 kills through the smoke. The high tide that was placed behind by Depp. Now Sacy onto the tap. Calm looking for the wall bang. But again, that's not gonna work here when there's a code that was still up, the plant to come through. And a snake bite to delay, but it misses. Time for EG to play the retake. pANcada's now spotted towards the art. pANcada with the kill onto Demon 1, but gets traded off by Boostio. It's all up to Sacy. Make that it's all up to Death. A 4 versus 1. The cascade to block the vision, and EG to win the series.